Good evening, Karina Carvalho with ABC News. A state government internal report has warned there's a multi-billion-dollar shortfall in bonds to rehabilitate coal mines. The document obtained by the ABC shows the calculations for financial assurance were inaccurate and sometimes incoherent. But the department responsible for the report has played it down. Mark Willesee has this exclusive story.
Coal may be Queensland's biggest export, but the mining of this resource can cause large-scale environmental damage. That's why the state holds financial assurance, a guarantee for site rehabilitation should a company go bust.
Mine rehabilitation, when you're looking at the extent of earthworks involved, the people power required, the engineering design work that needs to go on, is very, very expensive.
This internal Queensland government report obtained by the ABC reinforces that. It estimates the state is well short of the financial assurance it needs, saying an amount of $3.2 billion may be required on top of what Queensland already holds just to complete the rehabilitation of existing coal mines.
Clearly the industry hasn't stumped up the necessary cash to protect the interests of the taxpayer, and the government clearly needs to intervene.
But the industry rejects this, saying it's paid more than its fair share.
We think that the state is collecting far too much compared to the risk the state is actually carrying site by site.
But the internal government report warns of systemic problems with how mining companies calculate what financial assurance they should pay. It found the calculations were generally incomplete, inaccurate and sometimes incoherent, and that a sample contained significant errors.
The state signs off the calculation and also approves any discounts.
The very department responsible for this financial assurance report has told the ABC its findings are overblown. The Environment Department says the report's calculations have never been verified and that the $3.2 billion shortfall figure is not reliable. Others aren't so sure.
It's just the tip of the iceberg in terms of a huge mining legacy faced by the taxpayer of Queensland.
The Queensland Government says a committee is now considering whether changes are needed in the way financial assurance is calculated. It'll report back by the end of the year. Mark Willesee, ABC News, Brisbane.